Matthew Cherry. How you doing, sir?
Going on, y'all? How y'all doing?
Wonderful, wonderful. If you guys don't know about Matthew, he is a former NFL star, and he has moved on in his career and advanced it to go into filmmaking. And he has a new film coming out. It's a short film, and this film is called Hair Love. It's a short film by Mr. Matthew Cherry, and it's about a girl with African-American girl, and she has hair that does wild things when her father actually tries to do it. Matthew, do you mind telling us a little bit more about your inspiration for the film and what led you to make an animated film to be your first short film?
I'm really a fan of just all the Pixar and the Disney movies. You'll notice that there was like a big lack of representation. You know, a lot of times you'll see all kind of characters talking dogs, but you rarely see, characters of color. For us, it was three big inspirations. It was, wanting to show love to Black fathers. African-American fathers are regulated to like obscurity, to where people assume that we're all deadbeats, we're not in our kids' lives, there's nothing but single mothers, and a lot of my friends are young fathers and they're all involved in their kids' lives. It's time to try to help center that and show something as domestic as like a father stepping in and doing his daughter's hair shouldn't be this big of a deal. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be something that people look at unique or anything. It's just what I think what fathers do when they have kids, and it's unconditional love and everything. So that was kind of a big inspiration. Obviously the representation in the animation space, but then also this huge natural hair movement where even brothers growing their hair out and doing a sponge brush to try to get natural twists and all that. And I just think the child can like see themselves represented in a film, a TV show, a music video, a magazine cover, whatever. It just helps to normalize their appearance and give them, that's really was the main motivation behind it.
What made you want to start a Kickstarter program? Like how did that come to play? Like, how did that whole
pay for all that? That's why coming out of his pocket.
No. I mean, Kickstarter for us was really the main option. Anytime you see a movie like Finding Dory, The Incredibles, all these, the Minions movie, the Despicable Me, all their range from like 70 million to like $200 million. You know what I'm saying? And that's why when you see the credits, you see like thousands of names. The credits are almost as long as a movie sometimes. And so getting into this animated space, like I knew we were gonna have to raise a decent amount of money to even be able to have this conversation. And Kickstarter just allows you to kind of like tap into your audience. I felt like the past few years I've done a really good job of like being more engaging on social media and building up my following. And I just felt like when I started teasing out the images, people were ready to kind of see this kind of content. We did, all the images I teased out did at least like 5,000 to 10,000 likes.
Wow. And they're good. Yeah. They're really good. Like when I first saw it, I'm like, that looks really cool, because you know what? Like I've never seen my dad in that role, but I've seen like my mom doing that. Like that, it's so relatable. Like when you see an image like that, it's like, this is something that I've seen before. You know what I mean? Like I've seen a parent take a child and do their hair like this. So it kind of like tugs at the heartstring a little bit too, because for me, it was just like, wow, like I remember seeing this kind of stuff back in the day. Like I remember seeing my mom do my sister's like hair and everything like that. So it's cool to see that. Another question that I had while we're talking about the Kickstarter, one, did you expect to get the kind of turnout that you did, like to raise that much money in 3 days? And two, like I saw like a lot of like celebrity involvement. I saw Gabby Sidibe and Gabrielle Union like getting behind this. Like one, how did it feel to get like big names, African-American women like that behind this? And also like, have you exceeded your expectations?
Right before you answer this question, I just want to say, this is as of an hour ago. And I'm sure it might be over 170 now, but over an hour ago it was at 168.
Wow.
And he still has half the time to go. So this is really amazing.
Yeah, it's been really crazy, man. No, I didn't think we would get this level of support, to be honest. I've done 2 Kickstarter campaigns before, both for like feature-length films, like 2 feature films we kind of partially funded through Kickstarter. It was like a struggle to raise 15,000. I remember, I think the first campaign we had like 350 backers. The second movie we had like 260, and they both barely, raised like 15,000. So I was scared, honestly, like to try to like, I knew we were going to need at least 100,000, and so I set the limit for less. I set it for 75 because with Kickstarter, if you don't hit your goal, you don't get anything. So
Right.
I knew, people get the animation is expensive, and I knew that I would be able to explain like why we would need additional money if we did hit those goals. We raised more on the campaign than I did on both of my prior two campaigns. Wow. I think the first day we raised like 20,000, and we had like over 400 backers.
Wow.
It was just crazy. Wow. You know what I mean? And just every day, like something new would happen. Your company would reach out and be like, "Yo, we see y'all, and we want to have a conversation." Or, like you said, like a celeb would reach out. Lin-Manuel Miranda, Ben Stiller tweeted out the link, and Abby Sidibe, just all these incredible people that I follow or they follow me back, and people see what you're doing, and you're a little scared that you may not get the support once you're like, actually, it's your turn to kind of ask for help. And luckily, everybody's really just showed up and showed out.
How was it making the transition from the NFL into like the motion picture industry, and which do you think is probably harder to succeed in?
Movies is the hardest. The NFL was nothing compared to being a filmmaker.
Wow.
And I'll tell you why. Being a filmmaker is all on you. In terms of the transition, it wasn't that complicated. I broadcast. I went to the University of Akron on a football scholarship, and I was always interested in production. So when I retired after 3 years of playing in the league, kind of being a journeyman, bouncing around, I heard about this program called Streetlights, which is this incredible production assistant training program. I was getting the water, I was moving the director's chairs, like whatever they needed me to do, I did it. I know people have a certain perception of athletes, like they think we're arrogant. They think for me to just be like, look, I come here humbly before y'all to just get on these sets and learn this industry. I'm not expecting no handouts or anything. I want to work for it.
So I feel like this is a really important work that you're doing. Working in education, I don't think people really understand how important it is to give positive images to our kids. If you could have young people walk away with one major message from your film, what would that be?
It's all about unconditional love. It's all about what you would do for a family member that if they were in a pinch and they wanted you to do something. That's really what happens in the short film. This father is tasked with trying to do his daughter's hair. He doesn't know how to do it. And, by any means necessary, and, hilarity ensues.
Since it's such a important thing, do you think this is just going to be like a one-off, or do you expect to make kind of like a branch off in the Hair Love family? I mean, like when Ice Age had the whole thing with that squirrel chasing the nut on like all of their moves or whatever like that, just to lead into it. Do you expect to branch this off into other side stories dealing with the Hair Love characters?
It's just been an incredible couple of weeks. We definitely are thinking about it kind of a little bigger now. You know what I'm saying? Like we'll definitely be putting out some level of like a Hair Love children's book, like a movie, like a full-length feature film with the characters, or a series, a TV series. Particularly in the film space, I think it's important work. I think that, like I said before, the wonders that it can do for a child, presented to see all these magazines, TV shows, movies, just certain standard of beauty, and then to see a character that looks like them, that's proud and confident in their hair and their appearance, to me, it could change somebody's life. So, that's the biggest thing I want people to take away from it.
What happens like once the movie is actually funded and created and stuff like that? Like, how do you choose which movie it goes to and stuff like that? Can you like maybe do you think it'll be out by the time Black Panther comes out? Or like, cause I think this would be really dope if it is. You could play this right before Black Panther, man. That would be awesome.
Yeah, no, kind of one of my biggest goals with this would be to definitely try to get this to play in front of a feature-length film. A couple of studios have already reached out, so some of the conversations we're starting to have, but we're doing this independently. You know what I mean? We don't have Disney or Pixar or anybody. We're kind of figuring it out as we go. We could potentially partner with a brand, drop it online. We could, be early in the process. You know what I mean? We're still
that's awesome, man.
Into our campaign, so we're figuring it out.
One of the beauties of doing like a live show is that we get a lot of live responses. I have someone right now, they're messaging me and they're saying, I own a hair company. It's called Miles of Hair. And I think what he should do is go on a tour of like hair salons and like kind of premiere the film there as well too. Just kind of get that support, the community support behind you, which I think is a pretty decent idea.
Sure. You know, I mean, seriously, like when you think about even like Tyler Perry back in the day, really able to like kind of mobilize that church community.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? The huge community, and I think with a film like this, you know, obviously the hair salons, the hair community is a huge target demo for us, and you know, we definitely would be looking to do like a similar thing in that space for sure.
Best of luck in the future with this Hair Love short film, and we hope to see it shortly on the screens.
Yeah, no doubt, man. I appreciate y'all so much, man. And you know, as young brothers, man, you know, I just really appreciate y'all doing all the message and y'all thing out there, because it's very necessary.
I appreciate it, man. Thanks for the love. So we'll catch you. Follow him on Twitter at Matthew Cherry, and we will tweet the link to the Kickstarter campaign so that you can donate. He has a lot of awesome prizes on there as well, so make sure you check out his Kickstarter page. You can also search Hair Love if you're just on Kickstarter, and it'll pop up right up.